2 or 3 years down the track, we shifted to number 5 Princess Street. It was called number 5. Our alumni came in, CEOs came in. I remember the Chief of the Navy and Chief of Air Force would have a driver, bring them in, and they had a little flag on the front of their car, and they'd come in and they would use this office here, which had beautiful furniture, and they'd meet with somebody privately, and we'd serve them tea. And around the back we would have our alumni come in once every 6 or 8 weeks for a social function on a Friday night with a live jazz music, and even on one occasion I can remember them before Christmas dancing, and it was really a special environment. So we actually built these relationships with our alumni and clients, and it became a very trusted relationship, trusted advisors, and they felt that they were on this journey of co-creation with us as well. It was an unconscious thing, but this gave substance. It wasn't, a smoke and mirrors business. It showed that we had, that we were committing to our business, that we couldn't just pack up and leave as soon as something didn't go right, that we were in it for the long haul. So yeah, this was part of our brand. It was a part of who we were. It was part of old-fashioned values, but lots of modern aspects. And I think ISL's always had this juxtaposition of being solid old-fashioned values, not thoroughly modern, but leading edge and cutting edge in terms of technology and concepts, but the values of, sending somebody a letter with embossed stationery and the envelope all written with a fountain pen. All the stuff I've always known you don't write with a ballpoint pen. It's not what we do. All of this is not about being snobby or anything of that nature. What it is it shows that you give attention to detail. Now, if you give attention to detail to the small aspects, people can trust unconsciously that you'll take care of all their information and all the work you do for them at the highest standards. So it's a proxy, I guess, all of these things. So it's part of our brand. It's who we are, I guess. It's the small details. So if people go on a program, for instance, when they go to their bedroom on the first day, they're going to find a very lovely letter, and it's signed with a fountain pen welcoming them. And it's just an ongoing customer experience where everything has high quality, understated, and attention to detail. So that's, I guess, some of the ways that we built the brand. And along the way, we have had a number of young people come to work for us, first of all as interns, and then they stayed on for 2 or 3 years, and they came from the UK or from France or from Italy or from Australia, for example. And they all picked up one way or another by osmosis the way that ISL does things. And this is a really lovely example of it from Steph, who worked for us for 3 years. She was a psychology graduate from Nottingham University. When she left, she gave me this gift on her leaving day, and she'd written it out all beautifully. And what really was amazing was that she showed her learning journey along the way, and this was her original artwork that she did, showing the different experiences that she had. Here's the program in the rainforest in Brisbane, beautiful stars at night. Sydney Opera House when they went to Sydney to run a program. Here's Millbrook with all the mountains in the background, the coaching rooms, the classroom, and so on. All of her original artwork, the design course she did in Australia, the travel around New Zealand, all the highlights and infographics, and going back to London to take on a big step-up job over there in an international leadership business. So, this is the calibre of the people who, and I guess leadership to a large extent is not about the person, but it's about the people that follow in your footsteps. And what I can say is that some of these people are incredible. All of them are incredible, some more incredible than others, but yeah. So, it's like osmosis. Architecture is really important. I once read, I think it was Winston Churchill or somebody, at any rate, said that men build buildings, but buildings build men and women too. If you go into St Paul's Cathedral, you just have a chill goes down your spine, really. Buildings have atmosphere, which is really interesting in the very virtual world we're living now. We're missing out on a very big part, which is the impact that architecture and buildings, and that's part of the culture and artefacts of a business or an organisation. So I guess in some ways, we created this brand from nowhere fairly quick, because our clients became people like the Chief of Defence, the Chief of Police, Chief of the Warehouse, Chief of Air New Zealand. Within 2 or 3 years down the track with Vector, it was from zero. I mean, with just Vector alone would have been $1.5 million worth of revenue just from that 7 programs. That was a huge takeoff. So that was a huge trust. If an organisation puts 7 times 25 of its top people, that's a huge trust that you're not going to mess with their minds, that you're going to be, leaving them with a legacy for the future. So there was certainly, I guess we were like swans, but underneath the water, we realised we had huge responsibilities to deliver on. And so yeah, I guess we must have, otherwise we wouldn't be still here 21 years later.